Hey guys, this is Wes and welcome to your 28th Java tutorial. Today we're going to go over how to initialize arrays with a for loop, and this is particularly useful when you're using very large arrays, much larger than what we have been using. If you've watched my previous arrays tutorials, this should be quite simple and straightforward, but if you haven't, I advise you to watch them first. But if you don't want to do that, I should be able to cover everything pretty quickly here. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is we need to import the java.util.arrays class. Next, we need to declare an array. So we're going to make a large one. We're going to make an integer data type. We're going to call it myr like usual. We're going to do the square brackets is equal to new int, and we're going to make this 400 elements. As you can see, this would be very monotonous and it would take forever if we had to do int myr0 equals 1, int myr1 equals 2, and that would just take forever. But thank God for for loops, because we can do that very quickly. So we're going to, instead of using the counter variable, we're just going to use x this time to make it easier. We're going to do x is less than myr.length. And if you remember, this right here is just myArray.length is just saying it returns the amount of elements in this array. So there's 400 elements, x is less than 400. This loop will run 400 times. So yeah, and then we're just going to increment it by 1. Next thing we need to do in here, this is where it gets kind of new. We're just going to do myArray, and then inside where the index is, we're going to place x, because not only is x going to be the iterator for the for loop, the one that loops through the for loop and goes one at a time, it's also going to be used as our index and set our value. So if I ran this, well, first of all, we need to display it, and that's why we imported the arrays class. We're just going to do a simple system.out.println statement, and we're just going to do the arrays class .toString, and we're going to print out the myArray. So if we run this real quick, as you can see down here, 0 all the way through 399. So although there are 400 elements, the last index is 399, because as you remember, computers start counting at 0, and we set it for that too. So the way this works, this is basically saying this. I'm going to paste a comment down in here. With each loop, it's basically doing this. So here's a comment. The first loop, we set x equal to 0. So then the for loop went to the test condition, and it tested to see, is 0 less than 400? Well, obviously. So it goes down in here, and then x is placed here and here. So what it now looks like is myArray index 0 is equal to 0. That's just setting it. And then, so index 0 out of 399 indexes is now set to 0. And then x is incremented by 1. It goes back to the test condition. Is 1 less than 400? Well, yeah. So it then goes back down into the test brackets, or into the for brackets, and it says myArray 1, index 1 is now equal to 1. And it does that 400 times all the way until this test condition is no longer true. So that's a quick and easy way to initialize arrays with a for loop when arrays start getting really, really large. So this is going to be a really quick tutorial. It's already about 4.5 minutes. So that'll be it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.